U.S. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell hosted the White House Drug Czar in Manchester today. Several dignitaries, including Senate President Robert Stivers, were also there to see the Volunteers of America Mid-States Community Center and to learn more about the expansion of that organization's Freedom House. WYMT's Madison Carmouche has the story.
Volunteers of America's Freedom House program works with mothers overcoming substance use disorders.
Today was a very special day here in Manchester to bring federal, state, and local partners together to talk about the important reality that we must expand our Freedom House program.
Kentucky Senate President Robert Stivers says that through the years, the issues they have faced with substance use disorders have changed.
Nobody ever thought that they would be fighting opioid or substance use disorder in utero, talking about a pregnant woman with a child while she was using some type of opioid. That wasn't even thought about 27 years ago, and now it's one of the hot topics in this realm.
The Freedom House program gives mothers a choice to receive treatment and bring her children along with her.
We're a very holistic program, so we're treating our smallest clients who are newborns up to adults, and that's an important part of Freedom House's message today, is that this problem affects the entire family. We have to treat the entire family.
In Clay County, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
We're told Senator McConnell has helped to bring more than $650 million of federal funding to support the Commonwealth's efforts to prevent and treat substance use disorders. We now know the names of the two people who died in a head-on crash in Powell County yesterday. State police identified the victims as 80-year-old William Thompson of Clay City and 79-year-old Priscilla Davis of Jeffersonville. The crash happened on Kentucky 11, about 2 miles north of Clay City. Thompson, we're told, crossed the center line, striking Davis, leading both to being killed. Police are looking for two people wanted for questioning in a theft investigation. Take a look at your screen. Officers with the Stanton Police Department say the theft happened at the Stanton Food Court in Powell County. They're asking the public to help identify them. If you recognize them, call Powell County Dispatch at 606-663-4116, or you can leave a message on the Stanton Police Facebook page. Officials with one Southern Kentucky Sheriff's Department have found a man who had been on the run. Earlier this week, Cody Dean was wanted on arson and other charges. In a Facebook post, officials with the Whitley County Sheriff's Department say they found Dean and took him into custody last night. Dean was wanted on felony arson charges after police say he tried to burn down his grandmother's house. No word on any new charges Dean is facing. Yesterday, two people were arrested at a home in Claiborne County, Tennessee. 47-year-old Ralph Eugene Ray and 53-year-old Wanda Sue Ray were charged with multiple felony crimes related to drug trafficking. Detectives found meth, heroin, and other drugs, along with what was believed to be more than $15,000 in profits from selling illegal drugs. The street value of the drugs found was nearly $300,000. A Southern Kentucky law enforcement agency says they are focusing more on getting drunk drivers off the roads. London police say the effort comes in the wake of the death of one of their own last October. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more.
It has been 9 months since Sergeant Logan Medlock died, an officer who won numerous awards for DUI enforcement.
That was Logan's passion. He won the governor's award for impaired driving enforcement 3 years in a row.
Ironically and tragically, police say a drunk driver caused the crash that ended Medlock's life. But since then, the department has had a renewed emphasis in DUI enforcement. They've arrested more than 40 in the month of July alone.
I've made it my passion and in turn made it this department's passion to focus on impaired drivers and get as many of them as possible off the roadways.
And London police say that they have a lot of stories to tell about some of the DUI arrests that they've made recently, some involving alcohol, some involving drugs. One suspect led them on a chase of 110 miles an hour. They say they literally had to go over a cliff to arrest him. Police also arrested a woman in the pickup line of a local elementary school.
I guess the first thing that goes through my mind is why. What would make somebody think that that's a good idea to go try to pick up their child from an elementary school while under the influence of an intoxicating substance?
Police say her blood alcohol level was twice the legal limit. They say the most recent cases did not involve crashes.
I guess if you want to call it the lucky ones, that where nobody does get hurt. So we've made that one of our most important missions, is to take those drivers off of the roadway before they do hurt somebody.
In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
London police also say they will be participating in the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign through September 4th. A victim of an acid attack that happened more than 30 years ago in Lexington has died. In 1991, Demetrius Moore got into a heated argument with a fellow choir member at a church, who then threw drain cleaner on her in the middle of the service. Moore was assaulted for reportedly singing off-key in a previous rehearsal. She was taken to the hospital with severe burn wounds. Family members reflected on Moore's life.
She loved people. She loved children. She loved those that needed help. She loved, people that were about like her, that had trauma situations that she could help.
The woman who attacked Moore, Naomi Parker, pleaded guilty to assault in 1993 and served 20 years in prison for the attack.
Nice weather continues across the mountains into this evening. Here's a live look right now from Buffalo Mountain. You can see we are dry, also some blue sky back in the distance, and check out that temperature, 79 degrees over in Perry County right now. Most of us in the upper 70s and lower 80s. A little bit warmer today than the past couple of days. 80 in Jackson, 81 for Irvin, and 79 over in London. So we are comfortable, to say the least, into this evening. Up on the radar, we are dry, but notice off to the north, we are tracking a cold front near the Ohio River, and this could spark a few showers as it pushes south and east into our region later on tonight. To that forecast, temperatures fall into the middle 60s. Again, watching out for a few showers overnight, also early on Friday. Not going to be a big deal, but you may run into a few spotty showers late tonight, also early on your Friday. However, we are tracking some awesome weather by tomorrow, also for the weekend, before more summer heat by Sunday. Those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thanks. After its recent run of transportation issues, Jefferson County Public Schools will try to restart its school year with elementary and middle school students tomorrow. Bus drivers have been practicing their routes, trying to make them more efficient. Some buses have added stops. JCPS is also planning on more long-term solutions like GPS tracking so parents know when their kids' buses are running behind. New clothes, school supplies, and an eye exam. Getting your children's eyes checked is important for back to school. Jason Lindsay explains how all that screen time is causing some big problems for kids.
Which one seems better? 2.
Dr. Matthew Butler is doing a vision exam on this patient in Lexington.
August is National Eye Exam Month,
which means it's important you get your eyes checked, especially children.
Generally recommend eye exams for kids at 6 months, 3 to 5 years, and then before they enter first grade, and then every year after that.
Kids spend 4 to 6 hours each day watching and interacting with screens. Teenagers spend even more time, up to 9 hours a day, which could lead to nearsightedness.
Nowadays, we can even slow that down. So we can have special glasses, special contacts, and sometimes even drops to slow that process down. So in terms of pediatric eye exams, pediatric optometry, that's come a long way in the past few years.
Another common eye problem, stigmatism.
Stigmatism just means the cornea is more football shaped than basketball shaped, and that can lead to a little bit of blurry vision at all distances.
So what's the difference between nearsightedness and farsightedness?
Nearsightedness means you can see pretty well at near, but far off we may have a little bit of issue. Farsightedness is the opposite, right? So you can see far off very well, and you may have some up-close vision issues.
All of these issues mean one thing: get your eyes checked and do it often. In Lexington, I'm Jason Lindsay, WKYT.
To prevent eye strain from screen time, encourage your child to follow the 20-20-20 rule. Look up from the screen every 20 minutes and focus at least 20 feet away for 20 seconds.
Well, the time has come. High school football kicks off tomorrow. Your football forecast coming up. Plus,
a viral video has one Pike County native celebrating the power of social media.